What does it mean when he is not consistent? Hello, my name is Chengi and you, my precious one, are my world. Welcome to CHENGI'S world, where I teach you ladies how to present as a high value, high status, high worth woman that men find completely irresistible. I'd like to thank those of you who have made a donation to my sister's fund to raise money for her book so that she can give all the proceeds to the orphans of Zimbabwe and in that region of Africa. So thank you so much for your donations. If you would still like to give, the GoFundMe account is still very active, and I will leave the link to the GoFundMe in the description link below. If you want to join my mentoring program, I'm happy to have you. If you'd like one-to-one coaching, again, just feel free to send me an email. Everything you need is in the description box. And if you'd like to get some tools to help you with your dating at this time, again, just spend some time in the description box, because that is where it is all happening. And so let us proceed. What does it mean when he is inconsistent? Now, if it's at the beginning of the dating spectrum, he's showing you that he is really just not interested in you like that. He is curious. He would like to put you on his rotation, but he's really not serious about you in the way that perhaps you might be. You see, if you've watched my videos, you will know that I always speak about levels of attraction being equal. Often somebody, when you have these inconsistencies, is because maybe your level of attraction is up to here and maybe like 8 out of 10, and his is dithering at around 5 or 6. There's a deficit. So he's really not going to be pursuing at that level. Now, that could be because of anything. He could have had a 10 when he met you, and maybe something you said or did just lowered it. And chances are for many women it's because we don't step into our feminine when we meet a man. We end up in our masculine, and that is a surefire way of reducing a man's attraction to you, especially if it's a masculine man. Now, if you'd like to know more about that, again, spend time in the description link below and get yourself the Feminine Mastery replay, because it will literally change your life. So basically, it means that the attraction level is not quite the same, and simply he is not that invested in the outcome that you are interested in. When a man is really into you and interested in you, the one thing and the one way that you can say for sure he's into you is his consistency. He constantly texts you in the morning. I have my George, from the day that I met him till now, I have 100% confidence that when I pick up the phone, I'm going to have a text and it's going to be, "Hello, my beautiful queen." He never, ever lets the ball drop. And on the days that he does, I will be the first to check on him, make sure he's okay. And sometimes I even try and wake up early to send him a message so that he knows that I feel exactly the same way. Because I know if I don't do it, he's going to do it, okay? Because he really wants me to be assured of his love. This is how a man who loves you, who cares about you, who wants to have a relationship with you behaves. The first sign that he wants you will be his consistency. If he is inconsistent, even in his ways of communication, if his communication patterns drop, they're inconsistent. He will text. You'll have long conversations. Today, it will be wonderful. Then he will fall off grid for a few days, or he starts to send you one-worded messages that, unless he explains is really busy, that just don't seem to have or make any sense to you. All of these things are showing you that his attraction is not what it should be. Now, we can build on that attraction if the foundations of that relationship were correct. The next point that I want to make is that sometimes he is playing games, deliberately being inconsistent to play games, because the psychology of game playing is really the psychology of control. People and men that play games are trying to control the narrative, are trying to control how and who has a power struggle. Sometimes men will use inconsistency in their patterns of communication, inconsistency in their come and go, because they know that it creates an attachment, it creates a curiosity, it creates a desire for them, because some men have just worked out that women certain women grow in their desire for men that are inconsistent. A high value woman, on the other hand, doesn't have time for foolishness. I certainly don't have time for foolishness. If you cannot show me that you're worthy of my time and attention by first and foremost being consistent, then you're out next, right? Because I have, and my girls and my clients and my viewers and my subscribers and my followers have a high value mindset. Can I get an amen? Amen, girl. Yes. We don't have time for men who dither. A high value woman doesn't have time. I will only give you a week to see if this makes sense. If it's inconsistent, I will let you know that I really appreciate a man that is consistent. If I don't see a change, you are out. Bye. Okay? Thank you very much. And amen. We don't have time for nonsense. Okay, so it's about sometimes controlling the narrative of that relationship. The other reason is that you're on rotation. He has a lot of women to work through, so there's a lot of admin there for him. If you are on rotation, then again it lends to my first point. He likes you, but just not enough. He wants to have you simmering on the side. Okay, so that is a sign that you could be on rotation. Here's the thing, girls. Let me just keep it real with you. Listen to Auntie C and your big sis. Okay, or whatever you want to call me. You're a dating expert. Whatever. All of these things are God's way of letting you know that this man gonna be wasting your time. Okay? And I hate to break it to you girls, but men, they don't have the same ticking clock that we do. And I'm not just talking about fertility. I'm talking about even our beauty. It shifts and it changes. Things start to drop in ways that they didn't before. And all of these things are feminine assets. As a woman, you want to make sure that you have and give yourself the best option at the peak of your femininity. At the peak of when everything is still as it should be. When your energy is happy and alive. You want to make sure that you are present and correct and at your best when a high value man shows up. And so often we're spending so much time wasting it with a guy that is not ready to be what we need or want, that when the right guy comes, we're jaded, we're tired, we're fed up, we're combative, we're angry, we're bitter. When I tell you to keep it moving, it's not because I want you to be reckless in your relationship. It's not that I want you to not communicate effectively. What I am trying to do is save you some valuable time. Because if this guy that is in front of you is not the one, baby girl, the right one is right behind him or behind the other one. But there is a right one for you. There is somebody with your name marked on them. And I'm living proof, right? So don't you ever tolerate, because I am always so grateful that I have this mindset and that I adopted it. I didn't grow up with it. I was a doormat too, and I fell to these things too. And the moment I came to enlightenment and started to put me first and put what I wanted and what I needed first, my life completely took a turn. So it is so crucial and it's so important that you understand that the quicker you move on men that are half-hearted, inconsistent, weird, out of your life, the sooner you make room for the right one. And if any of those men were at a 5 and they feel that they've met a woman who just won't tolerate any of this, their attraction level to you begins to grow. And all of a sudden they start to come back, and all of a sudden they're ready to really be what you need. Okay? Because chances are all the other women on the rotation are allowing the same stuff to go on. And if you haven't seen my video, what men want versus what they need, go watch that video, because that will really help you understand the male psychology. Men want a woman with standards, because it speaks of her value. They want a woman with self-worth, because it speaks of her value. They want a woman that will bring them status, because it speaks of her value. If you tolerate What he knows is bad behavior. Trust me, men know when they're stringing you along. They know when they're being inconsistent on purpose. They know when they're acting some kind of way. And they're crying out for a woman that will say, I'm just worth more than that. I deserve better. I can do better. They're looking for her because she becomes a prize. She becomes the one they've got to have. Okay, so I hope that video helps. If it did, share it with somebody who needs it, and like it so that the algorithm can let the video be seen by more people. In the meantime, my precious one, take care of you. Love you lots.